there at Ray Cooter. Ray Cooter down there at the dark end of the street. Check the time. I'm just saying, it's in the evening. This little project here we'll just go ahead and knock out. Out here in the, let's call it the outdoor shop. But the problem, you're going to have this problem yourself. That's just all I'm going to say about that. But somehow or another, this tape measure, oh, it's a really good one. But it got extracted too far from the housing. So I think we can get that back in there. But this is a dangerous, I tell you what, that right there was a good buy. I got them over at the discount store. They're made in Japan, these tools. But I have used them on 4 different occasions. Not too bad. You know, like $9.99 for the full set. I'm just saying, if that spring gets out of there, that's the problem when you let that spring get away. But you know, we had to open it up. It wasn't no good like it was. So, and I really don't see the problem yet. It's going to be hard to get that back in there too. I'm ready to drop that piece right there, that little plastic thing. But it's got some, oh, that's a coating off of the back of that thing there. Some kind of plastic stuff they got on there. But you know, I don't see nothing wrong in there. Well, I would like to put a drop of oil in there, you know. Down in there. You know, if it does work, you know, we would like for it to work better than it did before. But you know, if it gets out of there, you know, it was no good like it was. So you just put a little dab on that. I don't think that's what the problem was. Could have been just wound too tight, you know. So this thing, I don't think that was too tight or anything. I'm just not sure. See, I would think it would go that way so it can push that long part down and work like a braking mechanism is the way that works. Not complicated at all. What y'all are doing?
Huh?
What y'all doing?
Trying to get away from Jason.
Oh.
Come on, he's right there.
kind of simple once you figure out how it works.
Have you thought which way Nancy or Jay or Brianna went? Brianna's in that pink. Brianna's in that hot pink shirt. Brianna's in that hot pink shirt. Did you see him?
You know, I saw them earlier, but
Did you see him go anywhere right now?
you know, I saw them earlier,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure where they are now.
Yeah, I know that you saw him earlier, but like I just want to know if you saw him like right now.
I'm trying to fix it,
What?
this thing.
Well, you took off this.
I don't think I can. Almost wants to work.
And this might go in here.
I wonder how did they do it when it was new? Text message there on my telephone telling me about a show at Trenton, Tennessee. Tomorrow, as a matter of fact, Friday. Engine show. I was at the first one they had, Billy McKnight Memorial Show. And, you know, I just got a text message that, you know, a heads up, don't miss it, you know what I mean? But the story is this truck right here. I bought this truck from Mike's brother. 1999 Ford. It's got a bad miss in it. Just happened a couple of days ago. I'm going to have to buy a vehicle. You know, I shouldn't travel in this truck anymore. It was snatched from the jaws of the crusher, let's say. Snatched from a junkyard. It had already been wrote off. You know, one of them red titles, a rebuilder, you know what I mean. It was slight damage. Bumper and balance and windshield, grill, all tallied up. Man had good insurance, so they totaled it. Helped the man out so I could get another one. This one was in the salvage yard. Mike's brother retrieved it, built it up, sold it to me at a very reasonable price. And I've drove the truck ever since, nothing but oil changes. Been a good one. It's got a miss, may just be a spark plug, but you know, I'm thinking about upgrading. anyways, I put it back together, and I found out if I leave it loose and I do it like this right here, it'll come back to about 5 or 6 inches. You know, I can live with that. You know what I mean? Actually, it's a little better. I like it better the way it's worked out, because I'll show you something. It's a weak spring to my advantage. But let's say you measure something and you want to, and you're done with it. You measured that and you're done with it. Okay. Got a new number in your head. You need to cut that board. Let's say we was doing this right here. Measure that right there, cut that, then you measure it right here. You got a whole different measurement right there. So all I'm saying is this right here is actually a little bit better. I'm not going to say modify your own tape measure, but if you end up with one like this, you'll like it a lot. It'll be the one you use. But I've always got about this 5-inch stick out right here. Okay, let's say I need to measure something and that's not sticking out. The ruler that you have in hand there, tape measure, spring operated, the one you have most likely, this little thing right here, run up there and hit that enough to make a noise. And it's right against it. Okay, you have to fumble with that to get that out. With this right here, it's ready to go. I'm saying I'm okay with that. Just another successful repair here on the back of this truck. I'm thinking about getting another Ford. You know, I'm going to have to, but I can't afford it. Man. You know, but I'm going to have to get one. I'll probably do that Saturday. You know. I'll probably sell this truck here. It's got one of them, like 4.6L engines in it. Oh, it's been a good one. Been a good engine. It's been a good truck. I like this truck. But I just don't want to work on it, and I don't want to spend no money to get it fixed. I don't think it would pass the emissions. I don't know that to be a fact. You know what I mean? But anyways, with this mist that the truck's got in it, check oil, service engine now, it's lit up on the dashboard. So, you know, you have to deal with that. And it won't go through inspection with all of that going on. You know, from Arkansas to Tennessee. Whew, man. But I'd sell this truck kind of cheap, I think. I don't think I'm going to trade it in. You know, have to get some studying on that. Make a nice little hot rod engine. And may do that. But anyway, I'd have to work on it then. I hate to deal with them spark plugs. You know, it's 235,000 miles on the vehicle. It's Ford, you know, 250,000 miles. You know, almost it coming up on it. I thought it would make 500,000. And I'm just saying. Well, actually what happened is I just get up in the morning after a trip coming back from Indianapolis, Indiana. You know, 6-hour drive, you know, from Indianapolis to Bell Buckle. Get home, park the truck, get up next morning, go somewhere, and I have a very bad miss in the vehicle. So, pulled in a O'Reilly parts store to get a quart of oil, I think. You know, the check engine light I don't think had come on at that time. So, pulled in O'Reilly, get the car, order a couple quarts of oil. And by that time, the son already had the guy behind the counter in a line out the door with the machine to plug up underneath the dashboard. You know, you just shove that 6-prong or whatever it is, that thing, you shove it up in the bottom of them dashboards, and instantly you got a little computer there in your hand, and you can do some functions on it. You can talk to the truck with that little handheld thing right there, and it'll tell you what's wrong with it. Well, immediately it said it had a bad coil. So, yeah, you'll give me one. You know what I mean? I was not thinking. I tell you what, my mind was at a miss. You've been there, you've done this. I'm sure if you ain't, you probably will. I mean, it was a total lapse of mental stability. No, that's not correct. I just forgot it. It was obvious. The dude said the computer printout said it had a bad coil on it. Okay. I questioned the dude, do you got one? He said, yes, we got one. We got the high-priced one and we got the cheap one. Both of them in stock. I said, okay, can we look at them? So he brings both of them out on the counter and presented them unboxed. And they looked identical except the color of the epoxy potting that was being used on it. Probably made by the same manufacturer, I'm gonna say. Probably could have been some difference, and I'm not going that route right now. I tend to think that manufacturers do, in some instances, make a better product, and in some instances, some manufacturers the same product, just a different sticker on there. Slap something on it out the door. Don't stop production to save a couple of winds on coil. Some of them do. Saves big money in a long run. You know what I mean? Says, yeah, okay, I'll take the cheap one. So, rung me up there and out the door, and immediately throw the tools. This set of tools right here actually handled the job. I had laid them in underneath the seat there some time back. I had to have them metric. So, in that instance, when I bought the tools, it turned out to be what I thought it was not what it was, so I would not have had the tools had I went about it from a different thought.
Grandpa.
Yeah?
Can I put this stuff in your work shed?
Let's see it.
There's 4 sticks and 15 leaves.
What for?
Because my sister needs me to save them, and she told me to put them in your shed so the next day when we come after our meeting come here, and Brianna will come over.
Well, yeah, go ahead and put them in there, but I'm not sure how good they going to, just have at it.
It will work if it works.
I wonder what she's going to use them 15 leaves for. What are y'all making?
I don't know. Brianna knows what we're making. Brianna does.
Okay. Let me know when you find out. Out the door, hood up, changed out the coil. Okay, almost immediately got that coil changed, and it was like one of them thoughts that just comes out of space. The truck has 2 of them on it. Was the one that I and anyway started the truck up, and there was no improvement on it. It ran exactly the same. That proved that the coil that I had there was good, because I'm going to assume the one that he sold me a new one was not defective at this point. So I think, well, what if that one over there was the bad one? So what I done is I took that coil over here and put it on this side of the engine, because it made no difference over here, so that kind of proved it to be good. So put it over here, start the truck up, no improvement. Okay, goes in there and tells the dude, hey, that wasn't the right part, it didn't fix the truck. And here he comes with that computer again and shoved it up in that dashboard thing there. then said the bad coil. And I had just changed them, you know, made no difference in it. So that pretty much, and I'm going to say that with a disclaimer. I think if you had a bad spark plug, you would get the same exact reading with that. I believe you would. So, anyways, today I took the new coil off and put the other one. I took that one off and put over here, and I put this one back there. Put them back in the same place that they was at, because they was original equipment. And original equipment coils has like 1 and 3 and 5 and 7, and the other one, you know, has 2 and 4 and 6 and 8 stamped onto the coil. It just kind of a mental reminder of you to which spark plug that spark plug bar went to. So, but you know, I may put some spark plugs in it. It's a chore, but most of the time you have trouble with them threads in there, you know what I mean? I probably ought to just trade the truck in. But, you know, I don't want to take it in no... I'm not even sure to go to the store and back. I'm going to give it a try tomorrow. Yeah. Lay in some milk and cookies at least. It's Friday. I sure would like to be in Trenton, but, you know, this old truck won't make it. Man. And I got to go back and see about my mama next week. So I'm going to have another vehicle. I mean, it's just... I guess that's... You know, what did they do in the days of old? You know what I mean?